So the quarterly reports have been coming out, and I've been watching them to see what it says about the economy and where it's going. From what I can tell, it's there was a lot of front loading on inventory in manufacturing where people were ordering stuff before all those tariffs came in. The financial industry has made huge profits, which is, considering how the market has been going, makes complete sense. But what does that mean for you and your business? What can these better than expected quarterly reports, financials tell you? Well, if you're in sales and you are looking for a an opportunity with an elephant, right? So you're looking at the quarterly reports to see which ones have cash and which ones don't. The other thing that you can be considering is, what does your product or service do? So if your product or service would help them save money, maybe cut some expenses. Let's say you have AI, you're an AI company, and you can help them lay a bunch of people off, which saddens my heart, but that's the reality of the world today. So you would be looking for companies that are coming in below. That's right, companies that have lost money, that are maybe struggling a bit, because they're going to be looking for cuts. Money's tight. They need to tighten their belts. They're looking for options. And that's where you would want to call and get in front of. If your company is a luxury item or an item that, training, a lot of coaches out there looking to do training for corporations and help their employees be more productive and efficient. Well, you'd be looking for those companies that have great windfalls. So the financial industry right now, lots of cash. And Domino's has lots of cash, even though they came in under EPS, earnings per share was lower than expected, but their revenues were much higher than expected. So they have some cash there. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for the revenue numbers. Now you want to go to Yahoo News or Yahoo Markets. And in there, you can go and find all the financial data that you need on these companies that you're thinking of approaching with your product or service. What does this mean for the economy overall? Well, considering the fact that tariffs were 10% until August 1st, and a lot of companies were bringing in product in order to beat the tariffs, I would say that you're not going to really know till the third and fourth quarter what the real economy is like. Because right now we kind of have a false economy. It's the market itself is mirroring Trump, what Trump is saying. The job, like for example, the job market. Are these numbers real? They have cut back on the amount of people that work in these offices and the data centers. And then are they fudging the numbers? Are they being honest about what the numbers are? Because when I read the news and I add up all of the layoffs that are happening, well, in May and June, layoffs were well over 220,000 for those big companies that announced layoffs. So these aren't little companies or mid-sized companies or private companies. These are the public companies. And for those 2 months, it was over 220,000. Yet June's unemployment rate went down. So then you have to think about, how do they do that? Well, do people fall off EI? Because EI in the States is only 13 weeks. So have people fallen off EI and less people are coming on to EI, or are the numbers being fudged? Can you trust the numbers that are coming out of DC? And that's a big question for a lot of people. And that's why I encourage you to take a look at the news, take a look at press releases, check on the quarterly reports to find out whether or not the economy is going up or down before you decide what it is you're going to do with your business or your career. I mean, if the economy is getting weaker, you may want to make sure that you've got a strong place where you're working. Maybe not be the time to be looking for a new job. Or maybe it is a time to be looking for a new job. But you're going to have to determine what that is for yourself. But first, by understanding what your industry is going through. Is your industry going through a lot of changes? Is it shrinking? Is it expanding? And once you got all that data, then you can start making good, rational decisions and finding opportunities for you by connecting with people in that industry. Now, always remember, talking to people is the best thing to do. So these opportunities that are coming to you, what are you doing with them? Are you making a decision? Are you open to opportunities, or are you closed to opportunities? What message are you giving people about whether or not you're able, if that's a message that you're going to do? I was just listening to a podcast. They were talking about a politician who may be thinking about running for leadership of some party somewhere, maybe. And that's his message. It's all about maybe, well, it's a family decision, and it's like really sounding like on the fence. That message is muddied. People don't know what to do, whether or not you're to back you or to walk away from you. There's no commitment in that messaging. You know, we have a lot of that coming out of DC with the tariffs on, tariffs off. We're doing this, we're doing, no, now we're not doing that. This, you know, that messaging makes it impossible for opportunities to appear because they don't know whether or not they should. We have a lot of companies out there who have investment dollars, but don't know what they're going to do with them yet because the message is muddled. The message is not clear. This is why having a clear message in everything that you do is so important. And knowing ahead of time that, yeah, this is what I would like to do. And making that message clear, concise, and then telling people, committing to what it is that you want to do. Because as you tell people and talk to people, then opportunities will start coming your way. But first, you have to know all the information, as much information as you possibly can. You have to question the information. You have to compact it so that you can make a good decision. Otherwise, it's just an emotional decision. And let me tell you, you do not want to make an emotional decision because you feel anxious. I did that way too many times because I didn't understand that I had anxiety. So if you know that you're feeling anxious, if you know that you're feeling fear, if you think that something's wrong and maybe you need to quit, don't. Lean into that feeling. Analyze that feeling. Why do you feel that way? What could possibly be wrong? Is it irrational or is it rational? Make sure when you're making that decision that it is formed full of absolute content or data that makes sense and not just a feeling that you have in your gut. Because your gut will lie to you, your brain will lie to you, data will even lie to you. But if you have all three plus talking to people, you'll have a better opportunity to get your message out there, tell people that you are wanting to be this or do this, or looking for opportunities. You can just be, I'm looking for opportunities, and not opportunities to change careers, but I'm looking for opportunities within my company that I work for that will help me to advance in the company. Be specific. Know who you're telling. Make sure that you're telling the right people. Don't tell everyone. Just, if you know someone can help you find opportunity and move up the ladder at work, make sure it's someone that you trust, a mentor of types. Look to the people who have the job that you want. Ask them if they want to go for coffee. Ask them how they got there. Make sure that you are make sure that you are doing the things that they did in order to get there. But it all comes down to first understanding the data, which comes back to the corporate quarterlies. Why am I looking at these? And why? Because it's about opportunities. I'm a speaker. I want to be able to speak to other in corporate events. I want to be able to speak at conferences and all sorts of things. So I need to know which companies may have the money to put on a corporate event, which ones don't. My service is a luxury. So understand your service, how it's going to help. Is it going to help them improved? And is it something that they may spend money on if they have extra money? Or is it something that you're going to be able to help them if they're struggling in order to save money? Take a look at their social media, their press releases. What story are they telling the world? What problems can you see in their marketing, in what they're saying, that you can then help them with? Go at the opportunity from their point of view and not yours. And you'll have better luck. You'll have more opportunity and you'll close more sales, more business. You'll get the career that you want. These are all things that I wish I had learned 20 years ago instead of just in the last 10 years. Well, until next time, Peel out.